Well, the garden would have been open to the general public on the Scottish Garden Open Garden Scheme next Sunday. That's the 24th of May, but it will not be because, of course, that occasion has been cancelled. But with little else to do, Anne and I have been busy keeping it up to date as best we can. In a way, we've been quite fortunate because overnight it's been very, very cold at night, and then of course in my frost hollow I'm getting the benefit of every frost that's going. This crab apple was a real wonder of blossom earlier, but it's kind of started to fade now. Behind it there is a magnolia tree which is also well past its best. But I think there should be a good crop of apples this year if we're judging by the blossom that we've got on the trees. This was my attempt at making a Celtic garden. The stones are copies of stones that were found under a kirk in Kirkfauld in they were found in the 18th century when the kirk was demolished. But of course they're Pictish in origin. Let's see if we can see a bit closer on one of them. The man on the horse is apparently some kind of chief. That can be told by the use of a spear, the fact he's on a horse, and he's got this Z rod that's behind him. Nobody quite knows what the significance of the Z rod was. And down at the bottom you can see it's a hunting scene, the man on horseback chasing deer, and he's also got dogs helping him. Dog hounds, wolf hounds, deer hounds, or whatever you like to call them. And he has also got a bit of a spear in his hand. This stone shows a Christian cross, but also there's a hunting scene down at the bottom, and this time they're hunting with birds, and there seems to be dogs and birds hunting deer. Well, normally I would have had a wee fountain going in this pond. By the way, there is no frog spawn or toad spawn or anything in this year. I saw the heron at it earlier, so I assume he or she got still early in the year for the Delphiniums yet, but they all look quite promising and seem to have stood up against the frost quite well. Never fails to amaze me the variety and colours you get with acers. They are just lovely. Now over the burn and up for the wee Woodland Walk. You can see an acer on the left there doing quite well. This year we've had some of the strangest weather ever. January and February it bucketed rain non-stop for 2 months. In fact, I think we had something like 18-20 inches of rain in the first 2 months of the year. Since the end of February, beginning of March, we've hardly had a drop, and the net result is the burn is nearly dry. Carrying on up the path, now there's another acer, but this one's about, I would say about 40 feet high. But a great on the way up, of course, there's a wee shelter. Well, not a shelter, it's a sort of stone alcove, and a deer standing nearby. And the path leads up to the Willie Goldie bench and to the Bluebell. Willie Goldie was the chairman of the British Show Pony Society for many years, much revered and loved character. And he gave these benches as fillers for jumps in the working hunter pony class. This is a clearing I made for bluebells a long time ago, and every year about this time it's quite successful. I had to hack down some of the trees at the far side there to let a wee bit of sunlight in, because although they're said to like dappled shade, they do quite enjoy a bit of sunshine as well. The squirrel sculptures are a legacy. Where did I buy them? I think it was on the island of Islay a long time ago. Well, not all the roddies are out yet, but this is one early version. In about a month's time, the old-fashioned purple roddies should be out, and they are absolutely marvelous. And in the trees, there's this, every year I get this showing of wild garlic. I don't know if it's any use for any other purpose than just for aesthetic purposes. Well, I cleared this area a while back, and I've now sown, not grown, a couple of packets of wild seed in there, hoping that I get poppies and wildflowers growing in this area. And I've also got some plantations of a plant I got from Anne. Can't catch it on the video, but it's over there somewhere. Completing the circuit of the wee Woodland Walk, we go down the hill now, and I'll try and go down the steps which take us down the steep side of the bank. I made a bit of a mistake with these steps. I used concrete blocks, and of course when the leaves fall on them with the water and start decomposing, you get glycerine on the steps and they become very, very slippy and even dangerous. At the bottom of the steps now there's another wee bridge across the burn, but I don't want to show you that just now. I just want to show you something I think is very special. This is a gonera I bought at Inverview Gardens about 2010. We were on a tour with Joyce and John up in the north, and at the famous gardens I bought 2 of these goneras, and they are absolutely magnificent. They go back to 0 every year, and then they grow till they're about 9-10 feet high, and these leaves that you see here, and they've been frosted a wee bit last night I see, grow till they're about 3-4 feet in diameter. Extraordinary. Got a long way to go yet, but this is only May. Over the wee burn, and there's the Place de la Pétanque. I'm just being assaulted by Anne's wee dog, Lucy, who's coming at me at a great speed of knots. On the left is a tree called a Nootkiensis, or an Alaskan cedar, but it's a very, very lovely and special tree as far as I'm concerned. Round to the main lawn now. That's Sean the sheep and Tyke the terrier standing face to face, and in the back is the conservatory. Lucy's been called back in to Anne now. We plan opening the barbecue house and having ourselves a barbecue next Sunday in celebration of the Open Garden Day, which of course will be at the back of the house, and this is what I call the working part of the garden. I have 2 tunnels in a greenhouse, 2 polytunnels in a greenhouse around here, and they have served me in good stead for almost 25 years. In a normal year, this tunnel is devoted exclusively to chrysanthemums, and I have half of it in chrysanthemums this year, and the other half in various types of vegetables. The frame has been resuscitated and it's very useful with these cold frosty nights. Inside the greenhouse, all my geranium cuttings for taken last year for this year are waiting to be put out, but of course I can't do it until we're really clear of these frosts.